already know.
Keep by the flame.
When it's time. Big time. Big fight.
Only want to your D, but my magic for me, figure it out body, and the baby don't multi. I know love money the dolly, she's in a foreign money, so come make her receive my loving, animalistic for mommy told me it's a lonely road. Make a look and no go seize your phone, no go listen to a love for. Put my feelings in the microphone, I think the rolly be the tingo, and we be choking on Canadian smoke. I put a little on my faith in God, cause only me will fit decide my odds. Now my girl got a BBM, they don't see me from my house address. She tell me say she no go kiss and tell, cause I go live for a go hotel. Oh, I need no lako, and I put them in my collar phone. She not follow me to shut down show, cause she know what make her they sleep alone away. Hey, oh. Papa wale asiko confuse you with overdo. What you need, she not Van Cleef. When I come talk from me Istanbul. Say she don't kiss on the first day, but she can't sleep in my sitting room. Say she no fit fight this share. Say she can't wait till tomorrow. Now my girl got a BBM. No fit see me from my house address. She tell me say she no go kiss and tell, cause I go live for a go hotel. Oh, I need no lako, and I put them in my collar bone. She not follow me to shut down show, cause she know what make her they sleep alone away. Hey, oh. Papa wale asiko
Timmy J on the track.
You already know. When it's time. Big time.
All right, welcome to the Smiling Software Podcast. On the mic is Corey, and I have here with me the Black James Bond.
What up?
What's good, man?
Oh, damn it.
So we just played Lojay. It's actually Rexxie's track.
Yeah, it's called Asiko, featuring Lojay.
Was that but that wasn't a
Off an
single,
album.
right?
Well, it came out as a single, I think, of the album. It's the same album that had Abracadabra.
Oh yeah.
So it's a 12-track album. It's called Big Time.
Okay.
It has the likes of Runtown, Ajabo Hustlers, Wizkid on the remix to Abracadabra. It has a bunch of. It's nice actually. It's not bad,
Let's talk about Lojay, man.
bruh. Like
Lojay got bars, Loki.
he has bars and he has this melody that is
Very
unmatched.
unique.
It's very unique. Like the funny thing is, like Lojay was when he came out with Mona Lisa. In fact, it wasn't even Mona Lisa. It was Tonongo, I think. And when he came out with that first EP with SARS,
Yeah, I remember.
and I remember the video where SARS was playing him.
The
The EP is called Love and Attention.
You're talking about the SARS is not your mate or something.
No. Love and Attention is the EP.
Oh yeah, it was Love and Attention.
Lojay. And it was him and SARS. It was the same thing SARS did with he's done with some other artists, where SARS just, I guess, teams up with up and coming artists and gives them the production they need and whatever. But there was a video that SARS had come out with Lojay listening to the track he turned on with Wizkid, the Wizkid verse, and I was like, who's this unknown guy that SARS got Wiz to hop on a track with?
And this was about like 2 years ago. Right?
Nah, this might even been longer than that, so maybe 2 or 3 years. I think this was like pandemic time.
Yeah, and for the record, Lojay was one of our guys to watch out for.
Yeah, Lojay. Bro, I can't even see that album, that EP. Okay, yeah, Love and Attention, 2021. So 2 years. You're right. So the Turn On Go single, and he's been out before that because he has music dating back to 2016.
He's been grinding for.
So he's been grinding, but just not mainstream. So Love and Attention came out, and Love and Attention is actually the song that has Wizkid on there too. And then he had Turn On Go on there, and then he had Mona Lisa, which I think the whole of 2021 was like
it dominated.
It dominated, man. And Chris Brown's on the remix.
Do you know who Lojay is signed to?
No, actually, it's a good one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Empire or somebody has picked him up at this point, especially with the success of Mona Lisa. But
I'm looking at his record label right now. It says
Koratori Recordings. That's what is.
Yeah, Koratori Recordings.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he came up, and after Mona Lisa dropped, it was kind of like, okay, what's next for Lojay? And he's been quiet, but he had dropped a few songs. He had like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It wasn't like his song, but it was who was it with? I forget. But then he had a song with Ayra Starr. He's had a few things. But anyways, Lojay came out with the EP recently called GANGSTER ROMANTIC, and it's 7 tracks. And bruh, I don't know if you've listened to it.
No, I haven't.
But it's a very solid EP.
I've only heard there was this
21 minutes.
There was this performance he did
YAHWEH.
on
Control.
He did it on the Control performance, and I'm gonna play a quick snippet
YAHWEH.
of that. Check this out.
But cool off and put it in reverse, so listen. And now we're sweating, killing my depression. Anything you say, tantalizing. All over, YAHWEH. Girl, you make a man say, YAHWEH. And I'm on my way to YAHWEH. Girl, I'm on the road to YAHWEH. And I'm all Asiko, YAHWEH. Girl, you make a man say, YAHWEH. And I'm on my way to YAHWEH. Girl, I'm on my knees, so yeah, and I'm all out there. Wait, hold on, make a re-up. And now my pep stinking in your pillow. I pray your ex never try to sleep over. Cause we been fucking on the side and finna sleep on. I'm pulling out my phone so I can record to you. And I'ma keep it secret, say we'll all lock the room. Liquor and my vein, the only real absolute. The sentimental messages I return to. Give me devotion properly. I don't need no secret love, I only need your company. Call me anytime you wanna talk, Lily. She give me love in the Mercedes. But cool off and put it in reverse, so listen. And now we're sweating, killing my depression. Anything you say, tantalizing. Oh, YAHWEH. Girl, you make a man say, YAHWEH. And I'm on my way to YAHWEH.
Yeah, so
Jam.
that's the first song of the EP, but the lead single actually of that EP was MOTO. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Let's see. Does it have a video?
It has a video.
When it's cold and clouds are raining outside, oh. Oh, I'll bring a blanket your way. And if things go bad, you're on your last card, oh. Oh, I'll bring a lot to your way. If when the sun don't shine in the morning time, I use the halogen make it shine. So I'll chase the darkness away. So I can never understand. You said you need time and space, only on the weekends. But I listen, kept on driving away. In my moto, in my moto. In my moto, 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 in my moto. All of my G's say make a move slow. You do me things when nobody else no. I know you're poison deep in my soul, but I know believe you.
Yeah, that was MOTO.
Yeah, so that was the lead single off the album. But another song, another song that came off the EP is called Leader, which is also another one.
You don't see MOTO with a suicide door and electric charge. With a do pim with American boys from Silicon Valley. If she would put her feelings on cruise, tell her it's all over, yeah. Why you wanna be my controller? Say you only see me like a soldier, yeah. Leave her, if she move from Cleaver. Too many babes on signal, cause my wrist like freezer, oh no. I'm your leader, look my face like leader. All of my trips on visa, off of Julio like Caesar. Yeah. Why you wanna put all of your load and your cynical emotions in my wheelbarrow? No. Now when you there looking for best, we go devour your punani, you go call Lolo. She no pay me, I be chop and move. She give me submission like he cut and cook. Now give me permission, make I rough and do. Oh, brrr, missing my la way. She don't see MOTO with a suicide door and electric charge. With a do pim with American boys from Silicon Valley. If she would put her feelings on cruise, tell her it's all over, yeah. Why you wanna be my controller? Say you only see me like a soldier, yeah. Leave her, if she move from Cleaver.
Modana jam.
Like he has, and there's so many more jams on there. There's like Canada. There's Available, there's Over, there's another one, if you do IYD.
Yeah, he was the one that he produced the MOTO song.
Yes, with some other people.
Yeah. YAHWEH was produced by, let's see what we got here. Moon Willis.
The Canada song, he has DJ Mafarisa on there.
Oh, word?
Like I guess production wise, because they didn't sing, it was just him, but he's...
Oh, what, he didn't sing on the song?
He just, no, this is all Lojay singing.
This album is crazy, sounding man. Solid though.
Solid. Yeah, Kabza did the small and DJ Afrobeat produced this.
Kabza, that guy that died? No, that was the other day. There was a South African house guy that died on stage.
Yeah,
I mean, it was pretty tragic. There was one that sang.
His name,
he's like a light-skinned boy.
Yeah.
Probably mixed race.
Costa Stitch.
Yes.
Costa Stitch.
Yeah. Yes. And he died on stage. He collapsed on stage. They took him up, and he collapsed again. And we didn't hear from him after that. I wonder, did you ever hear what the cause was for that? God damn. He's so rest in peace.
R.I.P. to him, man. So yeah, Mafarisa and Kabza produced this. So keeping that. I'm telling you, this EP, Lojay, he finished work. And the thing about the EP is it's 21 minutes long, so you can listen to it. You can listen to it like working out. You can listen to it just chilling. It's 21 minutes long.
Sorry guys, we have a guest here with us. My 2-year-old toddler. She no green me pod in peace. Ari, say hello. Say hi. Ari, say hi.
So she has some nuggets she wants to drop. Like I can tell that Ari probably has more wisdom than a lot of these podcast people. We've been seeing their clips and their useless takes. So
dude, there have been so many podcasts out right now. Like it actually
it makes me actually embarrassed to be doing a podcast.
It discourages me.
Yeah, it does.
Because I'm like, everybody got a podcast.
I don't even think I'll start telling people I do podcasts because it's like, bro, it does discourage me. It's embarrassing now with the BS they're all saying.
No, but for me, the key is like
And there are good podcasts out there.
No,
don't get me wrong. They're actually very good podcasts out there.
They definitely are. All right, guys. 1 second. I have to get my little girl under control here. But I'm gonna play something real quick. This is a record that I think is worth going over. It's the new Soweto record.
Yeah, the remix.
The remix. Check this out.
Body they throw me like a bono. Body they rise in my tono. I say color your crocodile, no cookies crocodile. Jelly they bossy my pololo. Jamaica salute your komodo. Jelly the balance Diego, I give paper. No go do me Diego, my Maradona. Jelly Fallon your Soweto, Mama Parisa. Jelly your back, keep it connected. And I go follow your Cresco. Sunday, down the Cresco. Play for your waist, and I go play for your legs. Play for your waist. Sunday, down the Cresco. Play for your waist, I go play for your legs.
Look into the game, be there when I pull up. No, I'm messing. Be there when I pull up. Leave me there. She wanna leave me there. So let me lift it up. You know what happened when I come to be low. So baby, what you still wanna redo? You always wait, so I say, we all know what you need. Tell me your love, don't waste my time. I want to get low, sweat you. I want to reach ecstasy. I want to have sex. I need you and nobody. Ask God if you got my help. You can know you can be the area. She wanna fall like yeah. I need you and nobody. Ask God if you got my help. You can know you can be the area.
Jelly the balance Diego, I give paper. No go do me Diego, my Maradona. Jelly Fallon your Soweto, Mama Parisa. Jelly your back, keep it connected. Follow your Cresco.
Tell me where you there. Oh no, say look, when a kilometer for you. Oh, gotta shika, get the shika, say me, so go shika. What is the use of my money? I'm smoking, not I gonna need it. She want it for me, gotta you know me, I be with you. She say, baby, I got me, your thing, they touching my belly, J'aime l'amour fast me, oh baby, come as I live for me, hallelujah, as I see, hallelujah.
Jelly the balance.
That whistle, man.
Tempoe. That production is crazy.
Tempoe, right? From the UK?
The Tempoe. The same guy who did...
that did So-So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's a version of this song that also has...
Omali, right?
Yeah.
I know. I actually like the verse. But Don Toliver did his thing on this record, man. He could have had me fooled.
Dropped an album
for an Afrobeat.
With,
he could have had me fooled for an Afrobeat artist on that record.
He dropped an album recently with Wizkid.
I saw that
track in one of the tracks. So
I think we might have played that last time we were here too.
It's something that is.
So what other new music right now are we expecting? We're expecting the new Davido, right?
New Davido.
Timeless.
New One Day. New Davido.
Dude, I was so happy he didn't call that thing a best time. I would have been
It
so
wasn't going
mad.
to call it the best time.
But Pooh had already been calling it the best time. But he called it timeless. He's got like a little promo out for it where he's running through the forest, through the Sambisa forests. I'm looking forward to that. See how that goes. Davido has reached a stage in his career now where it's like it feels like things may have plateaued because the last record, even though I enjoyed it, I liked it.
I forgot about that song.
I think
he might have also.
I enjoyed the record.
Okay.
It's the Stand Strong record,
bro, that song
but
was-
it didn't do what it intended to do.
It did nothing.
And then you now had his son
Yeah.
that died. So I don't think he even got a chance to like really push that record like the way he should. So I think for him this is like a restart.
I don't even think he was gonna push that record. I think because
You don't think so? He had Kanye West choir. He had like
Bro,
the video.
I think
He already had like
so
choirs doing renditions on it.
Artists drop songs and artists experiment. And a lot of times, sometimes the experiments don't go as well as you plan it to go.
Yeah.
So one of the things is like he tried to do something different. He had said it in the post, was going to do something a little different in the write-up and everything, and he dropped it. And the problem with Davido doing something different is this, right? Which is the same thing that happened to Wiz, and it still affects Wizkid till today. Wizkid changed his style, right?
Yeah.
And his core fan base did not really accept it. Neither did Nigerians accept it because Nigerians somehow like to put you in a cage.
Yeah.
When you're an artist, for some reason they don't want you to grow sonically. They just want to put you in a cage. And till today, Wizkid suffers it. So every time he drops it, some people say Wiz mid, blah blah blah. Same thing with Davido. You're used to Davido as a party guy. Party, like he gives you, when you go to this 30 December, it's Davido that is dominating with all his features and everything. So when he came with Stand Strong, even though some of his fans won't want to say they didn't like it because obviously you're a team OBO 30BG, but the reception was very bad. Like I told you, I was always telling you to check the top 100. It kept falling and falling and falling. It didn't last.
I mean,
at
for
all.
for Davido, it didn't do as well, but that doesn't mean if other people,
you
if
can't
other people
compare
didn't
the video
release
to
that
other
record.
people. You have to compare the video to if you're comparing the video to anybody, it has to be to the top two. Even now, I even say that those top two should also not be compared to anyone else, because if a Wizkid, a Burna, a Davido drop a song now, sometimes they're not dropping the song based on trying to go viral or number. I mean, everyone's number one, but they've overachieved in that scene where they can also relax with their song falling out of the top 10. But here's the problem is Davido's Stand Strong fell out of top, not even just the top 10, the top 100 quick. And then not only that, it wasn't even making waves anywhere else. At least, with Wiz or Burna, they're at least getting plays in outside of that top 10 Nigerian circle. Davido was not getting plays. He's not broken into this American market in fact, the American market, it hasn't broken into that as a mainstream or American artist. Because when you think of Afrobeat in America, when you think of Afrobeat,
he was one of the first to break in.
Bro, his one song, Fall, two, If and Fall. Bro, Joanna, will you consider Afrobeat a mainstay in Afrobeat in American music?
No,
like a
but
Burna
people
or
know
Wizkid?
Davido.
Of course, people
whenever
know
they
Davido,
ask Americans who are your the top Afrobeat artists,
have you
Davido
noticed?
is one of the first people that come to mind.
Have you seen? There's a reason why Burna was the first to do MSG. There's a reason why Wiz did MSG. There's a reason why Burna Boy sold out Capital One and all these arenas. Even though Wizkid has tried it, and Wizkid has actually pulled back because I think his ticket sales are kind of low.
Wiz?
I think so. I think that he's cancelled his tour, his US tour.
Really?
He did. He cancelled his US tour date.
Oh, damn.
So people are speculating that he probably didn't sell out as much as he wanted to sell out. But there's a thing is that there's a confidence that he still had to be able to be booking stadiums.
Yeah.
Davido is not there yet in America. You get what I'm getting at? When Burna did MSG, no one was surprised.
In America,
I'm talking about America.
Okay, because we know he's done it several times.
Of course,
already
in America. I mean, Wizkid is doing Tottenham Stadium, 60,000 people, whatever. It's crazy, man. That's O2 is what, 20,000. But back to he's not a. When I say he's not a mainstream, it's like we had this conversation where you go to a party and the DJ is playing music. You will hear a Wizkid song, if it is Essence, you will hear Last Last, you will hear Tems. These are not DJs that are intentionally trying to play Afrobeats. They are just playing music. For you to hear an A44 or a Joanna, for instance, it has to be a set that is, oh yeah, when my Africans in here, let me play. And those are two different things. You're being considered, it's like you're put in a box.
So long story short,
it didn't work. It's not
Davido
there yet.
hits has continued to 2023.
It has not continued.
I understand. It's
but
okay.
what I'm saying is that this album, right? No, I'm saying not a better time. Stand Strong did not do what he wanted.
No, it didn't.
And
we can agree on that.
I believe all things being the same, I don't even think he would have pushed. I believe Davido would have dropped, because one thing about Davido is that when he drops something that is not nice, his next song is usually like a banger, and like everyone just forgets. Like, so I believe the death of his son, obviously RIP, stopped whatever momentum he was trying to build off that. And now he's taking time to reflect.
Speaking of Davido, did you see the little clip of him on the Complex Afrobeat panel?
A long time ago with Wale, and it's old.
Oh, it's old?
Yeah, it's old, man.
Really?
With Wale.
Okay, then never mind. I was gonna play that like it was some exclusive. Never mind.
No. And this
is the first time I'm seeing it. How old are we talking about?
Bro, this year. We're talking about when Complex they used to do that show with
Interesting.
What's his name? Joe Budden and I think used to call.
No, it can't be that old.
Bro, it's old, man.
It can't be that old because P2J is on here and he's talking
P2J
about.
has been producing since.
Yeah, but I figured P2J was on here because of the success of MLLE.
This was before more loveless.
Really?
This was even before Made in Lagos.
Okay, then
I've seen this a long time ago. Yeah.
I stand corrected then. Then never mind. We can move on.
Yeah, this was a long.
We can
I think
move
this
on.
is when the clip came out at the time, because I think like Wizkid FC guys were like, oh yeah, see, they're talking about Wizkid and then whatever.
Yeah. But before we get off Wizkid, what do you think about the new DMW logo?
No, hold on. Before we even get to that, so. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I think, his trajectory as, this is 2019. That thing came out in 2019.
Interesting.
Yeah. What I'm saying is the trajectory as an Afrobeat artist now is changed. You're no longer a local champion anywhere. I mean, look at Rema. When Rema dropped the remix to that song, what's that song Rema dropped? Calm Down.
Yeah.
A lot of Nigerians were saying this is unneeded and we need to keep with it. Now, see where Rema is. See where Tems is. See where Fireboy is. I believe this next album that he's going to drop is going to be, I'm expecting it to be bangers.
Yeah.
I just hope his career to that next level that it needs to be.
I wonder why he never dropped the Nicki Minaj video.
I don't know. There's always different.
But there was a video shot for that song.
So I heard, yeah.
He never dropped it for some reason.
So
but that's the new logo.
Yeah, I've seen the new logo. So the album Timeless,
I think he's looking to rebrand completely.
That's what I'm about to
like
get.
a new rebranding.
We are anticipating it to be a solid album. I hope it is a solid album.
Yeah.
He's grieving still, so obviously you got to be a little careful with, criticism and everything. But you, as a consumer of music, if it's trash, we'll say it's trash. But I'm hoping it's not trash. I don't think it will be trash. I think Davido
something tells me that you're hoping it is trash.
Do you know why? I'm not hoping because Davido has gone through.
He's gone through a lot.
He's gone through a lot. And I'm actually rooting for the guy.
He's gone through.
And I also believe, like, bro, we used to call you part of the three-headed monster. Right? In the last year, you're not. But we understand that life has happened and you've been taking a back seat.
And it's not too late for him to make a comeback.
Exactly. It's time for you to come back.
He's still young, man.
Everyone's still young. It's time for you to make a comeback and solidify and say, yeah, this is why the conversation is between Burna, Wiz, and Davido.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to it.
Speaking on selling out or, inability to sell out concerts, did you see what Burna did?
I did. I'm not surprised now.
With that stadium in Holland.
Yeah, it sold it faster than
Beyonce sold hers, apparently.
Let me tell you something.
Let me say something. What you rush?
So let me tell you something. Right?
The Indomie.
So I'll tell you something about Beyonce.
41,000.
I'll tell you something about Beyonce and Beyonce fans, right? Beyonce fans are let me thread carefully, but Beyonce fans.
I don't want to make this about Beyonce fans.
No. They believe she's number one, and rightfully so. She's number one. But you need to understand that music is not consumed only in America or by Americans. music is consumed worldwide, and there's probably no one who doesn't know who Beyonce is, but doesn't mean if you see a Beyonce in certain regions of the world, if you see a Beyonce ticket go on sale and you see a Burna Boy ticket go on sale, doesn't necessarily mean Beyonce will sell out first.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you one thing. It's funny. This is why I brought up Beyonce fans. There was a rumor or something going on about the Tottenham Hotspur stadium.
Yeah.
That I guess they have a limited number of. I don't know how true this is. This is just rumor. Number of shows that they can host as for concerts, and they were trying to add more dates for Beyonce. So her fans were saying, "Well, it looks like Spurs will probably have to cancel Wizkid's date and put Beyonce at that date." And I just started laughing. I'm like, "You guys are so fucking
Levels are changing.
You guys are delusional.
Levels
if
are
you
changing.
think that
Levels are changing.
Tottenham
man.
Hotspur Stadium and management will cancel Wizkid show in London
The tide is
for
changing.
anybody else in the world,
The tide is
bro,
changing.
it's different if Wizkid had never booked that stadium, right? If he was trying to book it and they're like, oh yeah, Beyonce is trying to get extra day, I can understand that, but he's already, and that's the thing is to tell you is because you're not checking for Wiz, which is fine. In fact, majority of people you know might probably not be checking for Wiz. But I promise you that in that London, there's 60,000 people ready to fill up that stadium for a Wizkid.
Meanwhile, the London is 80,000
It's
capacity.
even 80,000. No, it's not Wembley.
It's a London
Tottenham-
Stadium.
No, yeah.
London Stadium is 80,000
Spurs
capacity.
is where they're doing it. Tottenham Stadium is where they're doing it.
Oh, the one on June 3rd.
Whose one is that?
So there are two here sold out. The one in
Who's this?
in Holland. Burna
Oh,
Boy.
Burna. Oh, yeah, so Burna
41,000 in
41,000 in Holland.
in
Then
in
he's
the
doing
the
the
Galway
London-
Dome in Arnhem, Netherlands.
Then he's doing the London Stadium.
And I think that's the one that says 80,000.
I think
capacity.
that's either Wembley or the West Ham Stadium. I'm not sure which one it is. Then Wizkid is doing the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
And he's going down as the first African artist to
Yeah.
sell out a stadium in Europe.
In Europe.
And we're talking about stadiums here.
Yes.
Stadiums. And this is not the
And
O2.
because Afrobeats in Europe is far along than it is here. It's just
It is.
touching the surface here. So for a lot of people, and the thing I always say about it is a lot of us are blindsided. I mean, we always, when Burna doesn't win Grammy, we look at Grammy, like, who's this person that won instead? But there's like parts of the world where some other artists that you've never heard of too will sell out an arena before Beyonce. It's not impossible. Doesn't mean Burna is better or bigger than Beyonce. It just means at that part of the world, they would rather he has more fans there who are willing to buy ticket shows than Beyonce does.
Meanwhile, did you hear this guy, Bounty Killer, his comments? I'm gonna play real quick. Hold on.
I heard it.
Hold on.
There's a full clip.
So that's why Afro have topic. Alright, Afro don't even have the lyrics. Afrobeat don't even have no
ain't
lyrics.
But
Alright.
he's saying the
They have
different
a
version
lot
of
of melody,
Afrobeats, Afro
groove,
music. though.
and topic. Yeah. That a lyrics? No, it's a topic. Yeah. We know what yeah means.
Nigerians dragged you.
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
Just a topic and the melody. Yeah. Style, melody, topic. So that's
Yeah, he thinks his take is that Afrobeats doesn't have lyrics.
I don't know.
He hasn't listened to enough Afrobeat, clearly.
But a lot of songs don't have meaning or lyrics. But
Yeah, there's a lot of
but
that, like the
the reason I
Wizkid
would
songs.
call
But
him-
then there are some lyrical songs.
reason- I mean-
Burna has lyrical songs
Wait,
too.
No, this is what I'm gonna say. I mean, when I look into your eyes, all I see is your waist. It's not lyrics. But when I look, the reason I call him a
You're
hater.
taking another swipe at Davido.
You just took a swipe at Wizkid. But the reason why I would call him a hater and not being objective, because on one hand we're like, yes, a lot of Afrobeat artists are just more about melody. But it's sad because the song he even used about it as an example is actually a very lyrical song. Because it's a pain. It's talking about pain of, it's an exclamation of pain. And he doesn't know what that means. And then when you listen to the lyrics, I mean the bridge where I know one die, I know one, but it's singing about, real life shit that happens in Nigeria. But he doesn't know. So it's like, obviously it's coming from a place of jealousy.
Rema's got a lot of
And
lyrical
when you listen to
songs
Rema,
too.
but can you blame? So I tweeted
He
the other
doesn't know
day
what he doesn't know.
that if I was non-Nigerian and African, I would hate Nigerians. And maybe this can translate onto other black people, because Nigerians are winning in a lot of places.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you one thing, right?
Did you see the NBA?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So
All
I'll tell you one
Stars?
thing, right?
It was an Afrobeat
Afrobeat.
lineup.
So
Rema,
exactly.
Tems,
It was an Afrobeat
Burna.
show. And I'll tell you
The
reason,
NBA. The NBA used to be a hip hop
yeah, that's
show.
what I'm saying. So I tell you this, right? Lil Duval literally tweeted like,
Yeah, I saw
Afrobeat is
that.
about to take over.
I saw that.
hip hop.
I
And-
saw that. And I've been saying it for a while.
And some people didn't understand that, but what he's trying to say is that it's literally about to become the mainstream genre for like black music.
Yes.
And
All over the world.
if I were all over the world, I mean, for God's sake, we're talking about someone just selling out an arena in Amsterdam faster than Beyonce.
Plus, Wale,
We were
it's,
talking about-
plus, Wale, it's more commercial.
Yes,
It's
but
more
you're talking
commercial
about-
friendly.
Exactly. And
You know,
you're
they're not talking about
we're
shooting
talking
up guns
we're talking
and-
about
and trap.
Wizkid. We're talking about Wizkid selling O2 Arena 3 times as Beyonce has done. Like, she's also another person that holds that record. And you can't tell me that dancehall artists 15 years ago, 20 years ago, if you told them that a genre from Africa was going to come and do, they'll laugh at you.
Yeah.
And they never even reached that peak. They were always the outside genre.
Yeah.
And so I guess they assumed when Afrobeats came in, it was also be like
It will just come and
an
go.
outside thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell you with the whole music that I just said now, is that now when you don't have to be a DJ playing Afrobeat specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You could
Calm
just be
Down is
playing
the number-
music.
Calm
Exactly.
Down
That's
is
what,
the
and
number
that-
8
and that's what I was trying to
record
say.
in the US
Exactly.
right
You
now.
could be playing music.
Top 10. Top 10, not Afrobeat.
Afrobeats. That's what I was
Top
saying.
10
That's what I was trying to say.
record in the US.
That's what I was trying to explain earlier, is that with the artists I mentioned, the Wiz, the Burna, the Remas, the Tems, they've somehow been able to become artists. So did you see when Chance the Rapper on The Voice
Yeah, I saw
was
that.
saying, I know Tems, I'll make it like Tems? Can you
Yeah.
imagine that?
Yes.
No one was saying I'll make it like Shabba Ranks. No one was saying I'll make it like
Yeah.
so, because it was very specific.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like some of these guys, some of them have embraced it. You have the likes of
Toliver.
Don Toliver. No, I'm even to the Caribbean guys. What's the
Caribbean
guy?
guys.
The unruly guy. What's his name? That is always with Drake.
I'm glad you brought that up. And you know what? Let me just quickly play that record because
Which one?
I have to. This is
What's his name again?
Popcaan.
Popcaan, exactly. Yes. People like Popcaan has embraced it, like you should.
Time for your sit down panny, time for your sit down panny, jiggle your body, me girl, bubble and bad. You want your ride and my Aboboyaa, baby you're pretty and you're good, yeah. Me we give you anything when you want, we give you anything when you want. Back it up on the Aboboyaa, diamond by your neck and that me giving you. Me we give you anything when you want, we give you anything when you want. Body risky like a Nasha girl. Me love how your body big, love how you full of curves. Yeah. Cock it up and make your body turn. Wind up your pretty body, you're not full of dirt. Yeah. Hold you close to me, yeah. Jiggle your body, me baby. If you need company, yeah. Ready me baby. She know me full of sports car. G-class, E-class. Pull up in the S-class. She know me full of money, oh. But I dish you ask. Right on the Aboboyaa. Baby, you're pretty and you're good, yeah. Me we give you anything when you want. We give you anything when you want. Back it up on the Aboboyaa. Diamond by your neck, that me giving you. Me we give you anything when you want. We give you anything when you want.
I'll be the type to give you happy ever after. Put a diamond on your finger. I really want a son, but then I wouldn't mind a daughter. I take the two together. Silence, make I give you love, baby, no fighting. If I wanted to the girls, I know where to find them. Can't trade your love for a one night thing, my queen. I don't want no problem. I only get drama from most of them. Girl, you so sad. Ask me to wind the night, make them fast.
Right on the Aboboyaa. Baby, you're pretty and you're good, yeah. Me we give you anything when you want. We give you anything when you want. Back it up on the Aboboyaa. Diamond by your neck, that me giving you. Me we give you anything when you want. We give you anything when you want.
Yeah,
I love that record.
So
man.
you have someone like Popcaan who has embraced it, you know, and it's like he's I mean, bro, Burna went to Jamaica and performed, like in Popcaan's country, you are selling out,
they were singing
and
along.
they were singing along, and you brought him out, and Popcaan sang, and they talked about music. You can't imagine what some other people are, even in the African industry. That's why Shatta Wale and the rest were also upset about. Somebody posted how we have the top 100 charts we're looking at. Someone posted top 100 of Ghana. Number 1 to 10 is Nigerian songs. Somebody even said you can go as far as 15 before you see the first Ghanaian song on there. Is it that they don't have artists? They have artists.
Look,
so
what they gotta understand is that we don't have a lot of things, but give us this one. Give us this music thing.
So you can
give us give us or we go take them from you.
But imagine, now what happened is a lot of Ghanaian artists like the guy that sang Kweku, what's that guy that sang
Black
Sheriff. Black Sheriff went to Lagos to go do promo and everything because he's understood that, bro, if I blow there, I'm blowing in Africa. And so they've embraced it. But someone like Shatta Wale got upset. They get upset at so you cannot imagine the dancehall and reggae community feeling left out because this is what they were the minorities fighting for this thing. Even in this thing, like not to even take it politically, we were on Clubhouse now when Africans, ADOS will be fighting with Africans. Because they were the minority, they were the ones here. And then we came and we started being successful. And everyone's like, come, what the fuck? You guys met us here.
I want to play one clip. Akademiks kind of has an explanation for why this change is happening.
Let me hear.
I'm going to play it really quickly. Wait a second. Let me pause.
It's hip hop and rap music. I believe the only art form that isn't being globalized and spread far and wide is hip hop and rap music. I think hip hop and rap music have stayed the same. We don't see the majority of these guys touching global markets. And let me give you the reality of what it is.
Maybe Drake, and that's it. And maybe
Tems could do an arena tour in the United States.
When I told Corey that's crazy now, so
I disagree with. Not yet. I don't think she could do it yet.
Okay. Could Lil Durk do a arena tour? No. Even in the United States? No. Could he do a solid $10,000 capacity venue outside of the country?
No.
The point I'm trying to make, and I hope you get, I'm trying to inch towards it.
He caught a lot of flack for this too.
Yeah, because a lot of people,
hip-hop music has become some regional bull recently.
Because
and
a lot of
I've learned and I've realized that I believe, and it's because borders and just all these borders and regionality have dissipated because of streaming. So it's the reason why, I kid you not, I listen to more Afrobeat these days than hip hop. Why? And I'll give you another reason. It is about the quality of the music too. A lot of these guys are making timeless music. Now, granted, there's a lot of hip hop artists making timeless music, but we get to realize, man, hip hop is like, to me, the majority of hip hop is some shit you hear and it's hitting in the club for like a month and a half till a DJ has worn that record the fuck out, and then you're like, all right, where's the next hit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he will catch flack because, again, you can't blame people. It's like, bro, we're the outsiders, and now we're here to stay. So you can't blame, and he made a point. Again, that's why I brought up the fans, is we live in America, Korea. We know how naive American culture is. It's like, if it's not popping here, it's supposedly not popping anywhere else in the world. And that's false
from the truth,
because he just mentioned something. I told you, bro, Wizkid, Burna Boy, maybe Drake, Jay-Z, Kanye, and a few guys probably have more money than these guys and more success. Think about it. Selling out.
You mean like now?
Now.
Oh,
yes. Now.
Okay, yes. Now. Yeah.
Now. Just think about it now. And that's going to be hard for you to find.
Wait, let me think about it. Lil Baby too is Lil Baby. Very successful.
So, and I said maybe a few others because I know that, Lil Baby.
And then hip hop now is being dominated by a lot of these female rappers.
Yeah,
too.
but think about it is because let's talk about numbers. How much do they make per show? And when you see a Lil Durk or you see a Glorilla or whatever her name is, perform in a show here, there. Ask how much do they make? Burna Boy makes that in one Capital One Arena show.
And which is why I
Whiskey
believe
makes it in
Burna
the MSG show.
I believe Burna. I remember when he came out and said that, look, the money I'm making right now.
Yeah,
he had made a comment about it, like,
no one is touching it
in the north of 100 million or something
no
like that.
one
He
is
had
touching
said
it because
a ridiculous number, and I believed him because I know that a lot of times they already know ahead of time.
Yeah,
because they're getting booked for certain sports. Certain like things like the NBA stuff, and
know.
that stuff gives them.
He's performing at the
more.
Champions League halftime thing.
I saw
Davido
that.
performed at the World Cup final.
I saw that.
So
this guy also performed now. Freaking Buga Kiss Daniel.
Did he perform?
He performed,
but not on the.
He wasn't on the main stage. It was like the pre-show.
So, and the thing about it again, it's very hard to fathom because as an Afrobeat, bro, for anyone listening to this that is not Nigerian, whatever. As a point in my life, I used to listen to only hip hop and rap, and you can say the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a point in my life that I didn't even used to listen to this music. This is about 15 years ago.
Things have changed.
And even in this 15-year span where I became very active into the music, I have seen a lot of growth. I've seen a lot of change. I've seen shows. Maybe we went to that Nice show now, that in 2008, that was done in a hall. Nice performed, and that time Nice was one of the hottest Afrobeat artists at the time. To now going to watch Burna Boy Whiskey at MSG, going to watch Burna Boy at Capital One Arena, bro. And now you're finding out that they're now going to go sell out 60,000 people capacity stadium. Please, who apart from the people I mentioned, who in hip hop or rap can sell out that 60,000 stadium anywhere in the world? Anywhere in the world, apart from the names, only a handful.
I don't think Lil Baby can pull that off.
Yes, I don't think so. Worldwide, outside of America, I don't think Drake is the only person that is like still active because Kanye and Jay are not really dropping music like that.
Yeah.
But like that is only active that can go to these countries and sell it out.
Yeah.
Those numbers, 60,000 sell out. They've all done O2, but have you sold it out 3 times? Have you had to do 3 shows except Drake? I sell it out 3 times. So they
have proof of work.
Yes, they have proof of work. And then in America now, which is where they land everyone and saying, okay, fine, do it in America.
But they're doing it
You now have Burna, who every single show this boy has performed in the last year has been an arena.
Yeah.
He goes to cities and he's doing your basketball arenas.
It's amazing.
We're no longer doing Fillmore.
It's amazing.
Of 6,000, 3,000.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I want to move on quickly to the Asake performance on Jimmy Fallon.
Was nice too,
I'm going to play it really quickly because
nice.
I loved this rendition of Organize. It was beautiful.
Was nice.
Check this out.
Album Mr. Money with the Vibe. Give it up for Asake.
Yeah, this was it.
Yeah, he performed this after yoga.
Organize. Every other day I organize. Some of us are white high. Every other person over wide.
Even the stage performance, it was solid. They don't know what the fuck he's saying while and he's rocking the crowd.
And that's music is global.
The melodies, man. You can't
I
replicate
always
this
liken
shit.
it to like when Despacito was like the shit. We didn't know what they were singing for the most part, but it was the #1 song.
That bass.
Yeah, composers, they went on tour. They were here in the DMV too. Composers, yeah. They're just a band. Yeah, well, they're not just a band, they're a good band. Even this guy, see the growth. From when we saw him perform last year in DC to today, this is a better performance. They're going fast and they're quick. And a year ago, no one knew who Asake was. Well, some people knew him, but he wasn't. And that's the thing with And that's also another problem
Amazing.
that Afrobeat has brought, is because look at how quick it is now for Afrobeat artists to blow up.
I know.
Even the composers I'm talking about, bro, they are going. A band is going on tour to cover Afrobeat songs for you, and people are paying to go watch them.
Really?
That's what they do. They don't sing.
Oh, so I thought they were like a band that had their own songs.
No.
Really?
So that's how big the thing has come.
Wow.
Where even the bands can go on tour and perform. That's how big the genre has become.
That's crazy. I had no. So that's what they do.
That's what they do. The composers are a band.
And they're based in America.
No, they're based in England, Europe. They've done
okay.
for Davido, they've done for Burna, but I don't know if they've ever done for Wizkid. But they've
Wow.
also gone tour on their own, and they literally just play what they're doing now, and people sing along.
Speaking of Asake, what do you think about the latest snippet? Let me play it.
Tranquility, I no get time to the form activity.
It does.
What's the chances, what's the probability to see a better version of me with agility? No, you can't be reality. Oh, good principality and calamity. But you love me to piety. Better not to forget it. But she wants it.
You do well, and I like it.
Like Fiji, I believe it.
Talking about post production.
Post production.
Like the production of his music is very. But you see, he gave us a break from this by dropping Yoga, so he's allowed to go back.
Yeah, he's allowed to go back. Yeah,
it's not like he dropped it back to back to back.
Yeah,
so he gave us a break, and he's allowed to go back.
What else is happening? Okay, yeah. Burna Boy dropped the video for Roller Coaster. It's actually, I don't think people don't realize. For me, this latest album has way more bangers. For me personally, than Twice as Tall.
Than Twice as Tall, yes.
Like it has bangers. But I feel like this was kind of slept on.
So I think
people liked the Tony Braxton record, but the album as a whole.
So here's what happened, and you can be in danger of that happening if your single is so powerful.
Yeah.
I would liken it to other people. So we look at More Love, Less Ego. Not even More Love, Less Ego. Wizkid's most commercial album is Made in Lagos. Where Wizkid was lucky is that when he dropped Made in Lagos, not one track stood out.
Yeah.
So
people
kind of listened to it and they filtered, and then when they gravitated towards Essence became the lead single. But for you to find that Essence, majority of the time you've listened to the album or you filtered through the album.
Yeah.
So and you found other songs you kind of like. Unfortunately, with the fame Burna Boy had, because we all agree that at a point Burna Boy was the hottest Afrobeat artist in America.
Yeah.
Where yes, at a point when he was especially on his looking for his Grammy.
Yeah.
So he was a household.
Arguably, he still is.
Arguably, he still is. When you talk about hottest, yes, he is. But obviously, we have the Tems, we have the Wiz, we have the. But so when he came out, his album was probably a little more anticipated than anyone's else album, and then he dropped his lead single, which was let's know the song again. Last.
Yeah, Tony Braxton.
And he sampled. Remember when Last dropped? You and I had this little argument where I told you this is going to be Burna Boy's biggest song ever.
No, I never argued that.
At the time, you said it was too soon.
I said it was too soon.
I said it's not, because I said based on conversation I had with certain producers in the past, there's a formula of if you sample an American song, there's a higher chance of getting more engagement, and you sampled it very well.
Yes,
and you sampled one that the black community loves.
Yeah,
the formula was there.
Yeah,
and it was a hit song.
Yeah.
So what happened was that Last just became the shit, and I feel like when the album dropped,
it overshadowed the
album. So then we Nigerians then decided to gravitate towards the Gbedu, which is It's Plenty, and then Bomb Bomb get the different size, and then maybe Common Man, which is not a Gbedu, but Common People.
People like that.
People like that. So a lot of these other tracks went by the wayside, and even I am guilty of not listening to the whole. I can't remember last time I listened to the whole album. But when I saw the video of Roller Coaster, I was like, do you know what? This is actually another solid jam.
This is actually another
solid jam.
And I remember liking Roller Coaster for like one of the first songs that I even enjoyed.
So
what do you
that's
think
what
about?
happened.
What do you think about like now we have these 3 big female Afrobeat artists: Tems, obviously, Tiwa Savage, Ayra, Starr
Yes.
is making some moves.
Yes.
Rush has been making some.
Yes.
It's been hitting some records. The Rush
Yes.
record, Video Rush, and then
Stability.
the Stability too was another hit record.
Yes.
That's
And
officially a
then
hit.
Tiwa and her have
And then now they have this new record. Let me just play a quick snippet of it. It's called Stamina.
Stamina.
Stamina, stamina, you gon' need more stamina. Oh, yeah, right, the moment now. Make I know say you cover me now. So many things I could do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Applaud you say for you. Make I no lie on do. Make I no lie on damn me loriru. Cause I'm so into you. So many things I can do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Now you take my breath away. I'm a one question show for me. Live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. So many things I can do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Permission to show you the thing I carry. Check calendar, no fi wait forever. Check a shit jiggy jacka. I'm charged up for you, tango for 2, sexy kung fu, ready to do everything you like. I'll make your fire ignite until you see the sunlight. Shoot the mura sugar, you will be needing plenty. Stamina, stamina, you gon' need more stamina. Oh, yeah, right, the moment now. Make I know say you cover me now. So many things I could do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Applaud you say for you. Make I no lie on do. Make I no lie on damn me loriru. Cause I'm so into you. So many things I can do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Now you take my breath away. I'm a one question show for me. Live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. So many things I can do to you. If only you give me the permission to. Give me the permission to show you the thing I carry.
Yeah, so that was Stamina. People love that record.
I like it. It's one of my favorite Tiwa Savage songs in recent times. Because
have you noticed Tiwa is doing a lot of features though?
Yo, so I know.
She did a lot.
Let me tell you
features,
something.
though.
Let me tell you what Tiwa is doing. Tiwa is doing what Yemi Alade is supposed to do,
which is
what she's doing now. Tiwa is like, look, I want to be in. Tiwa has seen where Tems is. I don't know if she can reach there or she will reach there. Only time will tell. But Tiwa has been like, look, I'm Tiwa Savage. I have a name. I have the music to back it up. But for some reason, she's never really mentioned in the top. So she started doing features.
Yeah.
And in the last 6 months, Tiwa has had music that has been in the top 10 charts at least for a couple weeks.
She has dropped. Oh, so you're saying she has actually dropped music in the last year?
Yeah, now she dropped that song with
okay, unlike Tems.
Tems does not care for you people in that chat. I've told you guys.
Tems, what's up? Where's your music, Tems, man?
Tems does not care for you guys.
Where's your music? Tems is everywhere, but I'm not hearing any new records.
You just heard Akademiks talk about Tems.
I know.
We spoke about Chance the Rapper, Farms.
But these are 2020 records.
Do you know
Wale, these are 2020 records. Wale,
it's not about when last did Jay-Z drop music.
He still dropped the record with DJ Khaled.
Let me tell you sometimes if you position yourself well,
and Tems is not yet Jay-Z, so
I know early. I'm not saying but I'm saying like Tems, I've had this conversation with you on Tems. Tems is,
but she's not dropping records, Wale. She's not dropping records.
Ayra Starr needs to drop the records. Tems does not need to anymore. Tems will still drop records.
Okay,
but Tems has found a way to just be in everyone's good books.
What did you think about her at the Oscars?
I felt that outfit was insensitive because wallahi, if not me, they are back. I for tap and say, excuse me. In fact, even if you look at his name is Wale Tech. That was the guy from SDC that was next to her. They straining neck, But obviously he wants, as in, he's just happy to be there with her and celebrate.
But you know what that did for her? It made her even more popular.
But I feel like maybe what she could have done is whoever designed the dress, maybe they could have found a way to make that thing detachable. Just for wearing, because Tems also tall already. It's a beautiful dress, and she's tall. She's tall also already to start with. For a woman, she's tall. So you cannot imagine with that. But it was a beautiful dress. She was serving it was like, oh, she give there. But I just felt like where I didn't want to be insensitive is like I put myself in. If I sat behind her, knowing the kind of person I am, I would have tapped her and said, "Excuse me."
I'd have been pissed.
Move your goddamn head. But
wait, did she win the Oscar?
She didn't win the Oscar.
She didn't win it.
I don't think she won it.
Okay,
but she was nominated.
She was.
So, which is also another achievement for her to have.
And the record is actually starting to rise on the charts.
But back to Tiwa. Tiwa is doing the collabs that. I mean, she did that song with Asake, which I said was Ashake's worst song ever, but it's actually grown up me. Loading. And she has this song with, and she's doing what she's right. She's doing what, if she reminds me of Nicki, when Nicki was like, I won't say fading away, but like Nicki saw the up and coming female artist.
And she would hop on
their records. It's a win-win.
It's a way to stay relevant.
It's a way to stay relevant. You don't really have to come up with your own new, it's just a way to stay relevant because you're taking Ayra Starr's fan base. You're dropping a good song because she's a good artist.
Like,
a good artist.
It doesn't feel like Tiwa has gone anywhere in the last 4 years.
And then
and she hasn't dropped one album.
You don't get this. There's no beef, at least in public.
Yeah.
Which is why I said I think this is what Yemi Alade needs to do, because Yemi Alade has this aura of her where she believes she's actually number one when it comes to Afrobeat music.
Oh, really?
She said before that she can sell the same venues as the Wizkid and the Burna Boys and Davido.
She probably could in Africa, maybe. But not
anything that anybody says to me and you have to quantify it with a specific place, I don't consider you
then
great.
It doesn't.
You're a local champion.
I want us to.
You're good, but you're a local. That's why I said anything that it has to be only in America, only in Lagos, only in this thing, only in Anna. Then you're not. You shouldn't be considering yourself top, because the top guys are not only doing it in one location.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But Ayra Starr is doing her thing, though. Ayra Starr is doing her thing.
But Don Jazzy is just, he has too many at this moment, man. Even Crayon is dropping music.
There are two record executives right now.
Bro, he's just chilling, man.
Don Jazzy, Olamide, and these guys are they're on their king shit.
I even think Don Jazzy has more.
Oh yeah, he has more artists.
And Olamide does it in cycles. Olamide would have
Fireboy.
He has this is the only time he actually has two people.
Fireboy Asake
at the same time.
Yes.
Usually it'll be like
you have one person. Yes.
Before Adekunle goes, Lil Cash.
Yeah.
Before that, it's usually one person. But this is the first time he has two.
Yeah.
Don
Jazzy be having three at the time.
I mean,
Calm Down is the number 8 record in the country.
I saw the tweets when that remix came out with Camila, and
Calm Down.
A lot of people came down and said and tweeted, the Afrobeat is getting gentrified. Afrobeat is this story. We need to gatekeep. And I was like, you people are so fucking
music
weird.
is to be shared, man. I don't give a shit,
bro. I'm pumping gas at the gas station, and Calm Down comes on. It's there, literally at the gas station on the screen. So, bro, I'm like, at the end of the day, it's doing well.
We have to talk about our guy OdumoduBlvck.
Bro, I sat here how many weeks ago and brought up OdumoduBlvck, and today
he's up in the charts.
Davido is following him online.
He was number 1 at one point. I think he's
number 2 now.
Yeah, he's number 2 now. DECLAN Rice is the record he dropped.
So
you want to play?
We can play it.
All right, this is DECLAN Rice, OdumoduBlvck, his latest single. Yeah. His album is dropping soon. I've been hearing a lot of his snippets, some dope records that he's been playing.
There's one song that
I heard this and I wasn't as wild. Maybe it needs to grow on me, but this is DECLAN Rice.
I don't even think this is his This is my least favorite Odumodu song.
In the snippets I've been hearing, hearing some bangers.
There's one song I'm going to send you to from his page.
Send them to me, text them to me. But let's play this DECLAN right real quick.
I must fall in with all my niggas aboard. If they wanna bounce, person, he cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be right. I can't do without their policy, I go. I must fall in with all my niggas aboard. If they wanna bounce, person, he cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be right. Quack them, and they feel like they can rise. Reload, do like they can rise. Do like they can rise. If you want pop them, do like they can rise. Anytime I come, I go push them to the cup. Smack them, push them to the corner. Now me be their father. Reload tell me say na native be the matter. I leave Abuja come and cry, left my mother. To Radis Ababa, them go erect MOTO placard. Bastard, now me dog in pillar. Now me Robbie Millers, I'm cross the pillar. Now why are they pump us? I go do more than intended. Gang, I go shoot up all their playpens. I can't do without their policy, I go. I must fall in with all my niggas above. If they wanna bounce, person, he cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be right. I can't do without their policy, I go. I must fall in with all my niggas above. If they wanna bounce, person, he cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be right. Squack them.
And they feel like they can rise.
Ooh.
Bro.
And it's funny, the day he dropped it, DECLAN scored
That's why
for
I was like, it might be a sign. But let me tell you something about Odumodu, right? So, like I said a few weeks ago, I stumbled across Odumodu last year. There's a lot of pages that I follow that post like a lot of up and coming artists. That's how I find some of these guys. And in there, they had posted one Odumodu song called "Dog Eat Dog." You want to play it a little bit? That was the first ever Odumodu song I'd ever heard. Yeah, it came out last year.
Batch for life, batch forever. Got to matter what GANGSTER G records to get me OdumoduBlvck. OdumoduBlvck. When I show them lies, them go turn their back, them go show me down. I can never lie, put it on my cause in my future price, but they go sleep last. It is very bad, look and well. She can never lie, I did treat her well, my lover. She can never lie, treat her well, my lover.
Guy, they do drill too.
Bro, this guy's talented.
They do drill.
This guy's talented.
Anything I want, I'm gonna get. Put me on the spot, you know be threat, I know the fear. I'm the fearless nigga that you heard about. Then, now I'm forever, I'm in give them everything they said, I'm blessed, so don't go now you will count on.
I'll tell you, like, I'm actually a fan. Like, it's very hard for me. I'm a fan. Like, artist. I'm literally a fan. Like, if I had a record label, I'd have signed him up. So I listened to the song, and then I started going through his catalog because he had dropped other songs like last year, and I was just like, "Who's this guy?" Like, some of them were features and everything. So I started following him, and I don't even think he had signed to Native Records at the time, which he's at now. So.
Who runs Native Records?
One of the DRB Los Giddy guys, TZ, I think.
Okay.
I think it might be TZ. Yeah, it might be TZ.
Okay.
I don't think it's Fresh L. I think that's one of the guys who runs it because it's always the one I'm always seeing.
DRB niggas, those are the rappers, right?
No, DRB Los Giddy. They used to have that's where Budge was.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, TZ. It's TZ is the one. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I came across it and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And he has a unique rap style, right? It reminds me of Ajabo Hustlers too, the way they rap. It's a rap way that it's not very hard to follow along, and he does have bars, and he mixes up the pidgin and the English, and the thing that helps Odumodu is that he can sing.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't necessarily have the nicest voice, but he has melodies.
Yeah, he can harmonize.
So he can harmonize. And as a rapper, that helps you. You've seen it help Drake. We've seen it help with Olamide, even though Olamide eventually switched just to the singing, but he's keeping it the way like a Drake does or how Olamide used to do it early on. And
he mixes both.
He mixes both, and it's working well for him. And so he then did the Picanto song, which is the song I think we played here.
Yeah.
With which, bro, I can sing that song from start to finish. Like,
yeah, that's my record.
That's my jam. It's a song that I was anticipating. I was anticipating Picanto when it dropped, and when it dropped, I was not disappointed. And one thing Odumodu has been doing is he's been marketing himself well on social media.
Yeah, he's active, man.
He's
very
active.
active.
He's posting like every few hours.
Yeah,
like he's active. And talent is one thing, but you also need exposure. So I already knew he had the talent, and I think it's just his time to start with the exposure.
Wiz and Davido.
Davido followed him. Wizkid has posted 2 songs now. The new DECLAN Rise and Picanto.
Mm-hmm.
And what ends up happening is there's a rush of people checking. Like I saw someone tweet the other day, like, "Oh, I don't really know if I really like this Odumodu guy," but that tells me that one of these guys has forced you to go and like
to listen to
him because you obviously weren't checking for him before. And it's good because sure, you might not like him, but trust me, this guy's talented, and there are many more fans he's just got based on these cosigns, indirect cosigns. And I'm happy for him. Like, it's like, bro, and he has some songs that I get to drop that I've heard the snippets, and I'm like, I'm trying to find one.
I've been hearing some snippets, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy got a banger.
This guy has a bang. There's one like this.
You know when he's dropping the
even
album?
Vex. Have you heard the verse on Vex? So play a song called Vex and play his verse.
Vex?
Yeah, it's called Vex. It's I think his verse starts from like, I'll tell you where. Okay. Yeah, it's called Vex. It's TZ. It's like I think maybe it's like their record label song. But it's called Vex. It's on just type Vex and Odumodu.
Okay.
His verse starts from like 1 minute and like 25 seconds. Yeah, that's it. So fast was like 125.
They know my demo, I know they bite my tongue. When I been day broke, my wrist like day white. When I they roll my skunk, when I they fuck, I choke. She know they smoke is raw. We know they use rubber band and the roll bond. We did they bond on top. My time is close, I know. To wait till I talk comatose. I go the hustle, BJ Lagos, up in Weka Road. Jamburo, Ubankara, they lap with the men. We come to conquer now. My model slap the flow for camera. I they hope on Peter Obi to save me. Asiko, they my GMs. Tinubu, they call me Odumodu. Can you be my PM? I be tell them, say I no go agree if you no buy me loud.
If you no buy me loud. See that switch again to the song. If you no buy me groove, bro, like, you guys, I just sent you the other song that I wanted you to play, the text message. I sent text. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, like, I'm telling you, man, he's talented, like, and I'm rooting for him big time. This is a snippet. It's not even his song, I think.
I think I heard this one.
Black people like black
I think it's his song.
Records native, you get me? We will definitely jam them for front. Damn.
My life, I done my baby, I never see you.
Probably never drop. I don't even know the lyrics of.
This your show. My hand you don't do it,
No, the thing cut out a little bit. We'll come back. I don't know why.
Chicago, Akademiks go. Otilo, they know it's say go. They wine, even if I buy from Chicago, they know Otilo.
I know they laugh to the men with the buru poops. They like tomatoes. She like the way I knock like Urusu. I will Apuka, knock my polo. Everybody dance my bedu. Tolo. She dey shake a polo so I throw a salute.
I did this song to drop.
Who's your father?
Who's your
father? Step na the reason, dada. Who's your father? I know.
father.
Bro, nah. You know what I'm listening to this snippet.
Yeah, man. I remember hearing that one.
Yeah, so there's plenty more, man. He got a lot. There's one he did a video in Ghana, like the clip was in Ghana, but that one he said it was somebody's song. But like, there's a lot, and TZ Native Records, you guys keep pushing him. Looks like you guys are doing a good job.
Exciting artist,
like,
man.
And you know, for a genre that doesn't have too many rappers anymore in the mainstream, it's good to finally have some more come up because the rappers kind of fade out.
Yep.
So I think Zlatan is like the only one left, even though you might not consider him a rapper.
Do we have anything else on? Because I want to kind of switch gears now to the latest elections because he did talk about Tinubu. But before we switch, any other thing on the horizon with regards to Afrobeat that we need to be looking out for? Or just anything?
So many more albums coming out, man. Looking forward to I really am looking forward to Davido's album. I'm looking forward to.
I think he played a snippet. I think the intro or something. He's been playing. So. Is an intro that's been going around.
Yeah, Davido. One Day Cole is back. I think his album's called Legend or No Legend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Black Bones also has a project coming out.
Okay. Wale, I don't think these people realize that, like, with regards to the
Did you see when Black Bones, what's his name? Is it Offset?
Oh, no. I
Takeoff is the one that died, right?
Takeoff is the one that died, yes.
Yeah, Offset posted.
Really? Black
Bones, one of his verses.
Dude, I don't think we've started
commented on it or something.
I don't think we started to scratch the surface
I don't think
yet.
so.
I just started hearing so on American radio.
We've not.
I just started hearing it like a few days ago.
Not. So Soweto is going to make it there too.
Oh hell yeah.
So we've not, and that's why I'm happy for the likes of OdumoduBlvck because what happens is that now we're having more even come out. So it's not just we're not just stuck with the ones we have. Every few months a new person is coming up and it's good.
They're churning out these hits, man.
There's music for everybody.
Yep.
If you want the soul version
there's
of
variety
Afrobeat, there's
variety within the Afrobeat
genre, which is why some people have been saying don't even call it Afrobeat.
Yes. It's amazing, man. It's amazing, man. But let's switch topics for a quick second here, man. What were your thoughts on now there's a lot that has happened. We had the general elections in Nigeria. Tinubu won. I think he had like 12 million votes or something like that. LP Peter Obi, they call LUP. The Obedient. They did
6 million.
way better than anyone expected. 6 million.
PDP today 6
They
million.
did about 6 million.
They shared them.
But Atiku had. Imagine if they had stayed together, man.
The problem is Atiku didn't want to be VP.
And you know what? Tinubu actually had 8. No, he didn't have 12 million. Well, it wasn't 12 million.
They had 12 million.
They had 12 million together. Yeah. I think Tinubu had like 8 plus or like 9M or so. No more than 9M. But Tinubu won. I mean, this stuff was something that was like it was all over my timeline, the elections. Tinubu won the main elections. He didn't win Abuja, which apparently they're saying that there might be some cons.
Oh, he didn't win Lagos.
He didn't win Lagos, which is his home base, which said a lot about how a lot of people in Lagos feel about him. And I don't think people were expecting that at all.
Even in Lagos, a lot of people say
it was more.
But it was more. The official one that quote unquote.
But what do you think as far as just going from Buhari to Tinubu? Like, what are your thoughts? What are your general thoughts? Do you think this is overall a good thing?
The problem is that we have favorites that we all want to win.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this whole election reminds me of the election we've witnessed and lived through between Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
Starting with Democrats
giving
it to Hillary instead of Bernie Sanders,
yeah.
which is what PDP did by giving Atiku instead of
Yes, true.
So we've seen this before, which we've seen how it played out. And and I guess Tinubu is the Trump in this case.
Yeah.
The unpopular, but Trump has a lot of supporters. And so the issue now is let me be realistic here now. The people's choice in that election was Hillary, and Trump won. And we had 4 years of Trump. And now we are at year 1 or 2 of Biden, which is back in Democrats.
3.
I can't really tell you if the economy has improved, if I'm being honest. Like, I can't really tell you.
I mean, tech is still shedding jobs, man.
Yeah. So I can't really tell you that the the party people, the majority wanted, that is in power now, has made a
the
difference.
right decision.
You get,
Yeah.
And where I'm getting at,
but that's not necessarily. We don't know that's how it's going to play.
No,
out
that's
in
what I'm saying.
Nigeria.
So that's what I'm saying. So we cannot, unfortunately, we
But
cannot
do you,
tell.
do you at
So,
least think
but
it's
the
an
people's
upgrade
choice.
from Buhari?
So that's what I was about to say. Is like, so based on that, is that it seems like the people's choice, and let's not lie to ourselves, is LOP, Peter Obi.
Yes.
And when we say the people, majority, let's forget the fact that Tinubu or Atiku has loyal stands. It seems like majority, bro. I saw a video today where Peter Obi went to Soludo's 100-day in office event, and he walked in, and the moment they realized it was Obi, he went crazy.
I think it was like an airport that they opened up or something. It was like a big hall.
A big hall, and the DJ now played the what's that flavor song? No, flavor song. The Emperor, the Lion, the Jonn is here.
I missed it. Okay, it must be another one now.
I'll send it to you. And the thing about that is that, again, people point out that
the young people love him.
Yeah, people point out
the
that
youth
that you see
of
that
all backgrounds.
People point out that Buhari Tinubu won, but we're yet to see widespread celebrations across the country.
Do you think it rigged? I mean, all Nigerian elections have rigging.
So,
but do you think there's a chance that Obi actually won it indeed, and because of the rigging, there was so much? I mean, they said that Tinubu had a war chest of 200 million plus, and he bought out a lot of the INEC officials. How true that is, I don't know. But we do know that every Nigerian election has some level of rigging.
I think there was rigging.
But do you think it was enough to have overturned the election towards Tinubu against Obi?
I mean, in America, I can't really say.
It's really hard to tell.
It's really hard to tell.
It's like a black box. Nigeria is like a black box.
Let's be honest too. We social media feeds you what you want to see.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of Obi stuff.
Yeah.
But I do see some article things, but it's like it feeds me more because probably majority of people I follow are obedient.
Yeah.
So, and because they're youth. So a lot of time,
a lot of the online people.
Online
is obedient.
So online is obedient. So it's very hard for me to say, but because I believe there's certain aspects of people, I believe there are aspects of people who blindly voted on both sides.
Yeah.
Who just voted, I want to vote Tinubu.
I mean, Obi won
and
Lagos.
I want to vote Obi. So it was rigged. I agree that it was rigged because we do believe it was rigged. But your question is that was it rigged enough? I don't know, and that's what they're trying to prove in court.
Yeah, no one really knows.
And we can't really just speculate like we.
No one really knows.
We are all assuming that's the case. Or well, for the most part, obedient people are assuming that's the case. But a lot of times too, when you ask me or people ask me who do I support, and I said honestly speaking, I didn't know much about Obi before this election, but as someone who is Nigerian and wants the best for Nigerian, if the general public felt Obi was the right person,
and that's who
I felt sure. Mm-hmm. The only thing was that I just said was, do we know if he could handle the job?
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone wanted a change so bad, and he seemed like the right person. Because let's not forget, this same Obi that ran as Atiku's VP.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen VP, the present VP that is outgoing, has been claiming his hands were tied, but he's as bad as the what's the VP? Osinbajo cannot separate himself from
Buhari. Never.
So there was a time that Obi was willing to be Atiku's running mate, and we all believe Atiku.
Like how bad?
So we don't know. So that's the thing I'm saying. Like I'm just fine with the general public wanting something different because I also wanted something different. Yeah. We've tried PDP, these PDP people for so long. We've tried Buhari, APC for so long. Granted, Obi left PDP, but he seems like someone who
it's refreshing to see a third party.
It's refreshing to see a third party. So for me, I was supporting the underdog, which was a third party. Like saying, you know what, let's see where it goes.
I think his chances
now
are
to your
higher
question.
In 2027.
Your question to answer is that what do I think will happen? Honestly speaking, I can only hope for the best. Okay. And anyone who's fighting that fight, keep fighting the fight. Take it to court, keep fighting. Because here's the thing, right? This OB movement showed Lagos State. I believe JRV would have won Lagos State if that election was before.
Was on the same day.
On the same day.
Yeah.
As the... Which I wonder why
they didn't see it coming. They pushed it out a week now.
No, it was always going to be a week after. Then they now pushed it out an extra week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They pushed it out a week.
So, but I feel like if that gubernatorial election was the same day or the day before general election, GRV will have won.
Gbadebo Rhodes Vivo is his name, by the way.
Because
that's another person that we need to watch out for.
Because the reason being is that it shows when they saw what Obi did, especially in Lagos, APC was like, we can't lose Lagos.
And
they made sure that they didn't lose Lagos.
They started stirring up ethnic sentiments.
They started doing.
I mean, they were throwing everything at the wall.
They were doing it, and that's again.
They were calling Gbadebo Rhodes Vivo a traitor,
Igbo boy.
Igbo boy. They were calling him Chinedu by his second name.
Because the second name, there was even some idiots on club. That's that stupid guy. That's always laughing. Bro, if there's one person I can remember from Clubhouse that I could not stand, was her. I saw her pop up on Twitter the other day. She did a room saying,
really?
GRV smokes weeds.
Yeah.
What do you do?
She was also speculating that because GRV is always wearing white, that he's a cult member.
Bro, fuck that bitch. Sorry, excuse my language, but like as someone who has witnessed her drama on Clubhouse back then. She's actually she's a vile person. Bro, and she's like, what's it that guy now that she was always fighting with now?
Okpeba.
How about that guy? Is he still on there?
He came back during the elections.
Oh, yeah?
He was rooting hard for GRV. And
that guy is another opportunist.
And Obi. I don't really care. I just want the best for Nigeria.
Clubhouse was filled with a lot of opportunists. Yeah.
He has his own app now too, right?
I know he tried to do it that time.
But he came back to.
But anyways, I digress. But again, with JRV too, is like if you sit down and I guess anybody would be better than Sanwo-Olu in the eyes of Lagosians and the general public. So
yeah, but I felt like GRV, I didn't really think he had any executive.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, so and that's the problem is bro, that's my worry was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was almost like people were just doing it in anger.
Yes.
Anybody
and that's what
wanted to upend anyone related to Tinubu.
So, and that's the problem that I was like, we should. This is the thing, right? Obi is lost. Well, so far until the court decides. As of now, he's lost the general election.
Yes.
As of now, they've lost Lagos. I don't think they're appealing Lagos.
No, I don't think
they've lost it.
Gubernatorial. But they won the general election.
But what he can do now is Labour Party and Obi was not like a match made in heaven. It was just a option that he had because he left PDP. That wasn't like his necessary plan, and he has become the face of Labour Party.
Yeah.
If the court upholds this result, even without that, what Obi and his people and Obedience should do in the next 4 years is make sure Labour Party becomes the standard of a party we want in Nigeria.
It would be nice if they were the new opposition party.
Make sure that, because there's a lot of people who've put their names on ballots and might have won under the guise of Labour Party who are probably as vile as some of these guys who won out there.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's down to how do you hold this party accountable, because they technically have one shot now, because if all things stay the same, in 4 years' time, if you're coming back again and your party is in shambles, like your representatives in different aspects are not doing anything and they're acting the same way, you really have no legs to stand on. But if your party is, your governors are doing, what you need to do.
They have one governor.
I think
Abia State.
I think so. Your governor is doing what needs to be done. I think they have like 7 House of Rep or something.
They have some reps.
I can't remember the numbers.
They got some people in Lagos too.
Once you start doing these things, right, and they're making an impact.
Yeah.
Look at Oyo State, Makinde. Bro, that guy did not need to rig an election.
No, I know. They love him.
They love him.
They love that
and a lot of people actually claim that Makinde is not really doing much.
Nothing really has changed.
But except he's paying pensioners their salary. And that's
a big deal.
That's
a big deal.
Exactly. We look at Adeleke that just won. Well, they just confirmed.
They confirmed it again, yeah.
But they love him in Osun State.
And he won it for PDP too.
He won
the presidential election for PDP.
Has not done anything mind-blowing except he's paid salaries.
Yes.
you are touching.
He's paid salaries.
He's been paying back salaries that have been back.
How is he paying? He's not even in office yet.
He's been in office since. They've been trying to kick him out. He won this election last year.
He won.
Yeah. Then they now want to.
Then they overturned it, right, and gave it back to the other guy.
And then he won it. Then they now went to another court.
I thought he just won it like.
No, he's been.
So he's been in office.
Ah, okay. Then they now went to court of appeal,
which would make
is
sense.
The final. I think is the final.
And then they confirmed.
That's it. So so he's been in office for months.
Speaking of courts, did you hear about this CJN that they said went to
the
London?
Chief Justice of Nigeria.
That they went to London to go and meet Tinubu.
Yeah, and then
he might have been a rumor though. They said that saw him in the
they
airport.
Posted
a picture
of him at the airport. Then the party or wherever posted a picture of him observing like iftar or whatever in I don't know if it was iftar or something, but whatever it was observing, or maybe just a regular like it was in a mosque or whatever. But what he was doing, he was in Nigeria.
Yes.
But a lot of people are like, I mean, it's a 5-hour flight
from
I've gonna come back, and people do it. So
yeah, but I do want to say something though. Here's my take on this election. Here's why I think it's really significant. You know, you've always talked about how Nigeria, we do this tribal politics, and it's this tribal politics that has been fucking us up, right?
Yes.
You know, people felt like, you know, Tinubu came out, he said, Emi Lokan.
Yes.
In a lot of people's mind, they felt like it was Yoruba people's turn, right? And you know that doesn't always help Nigeria, because what ends up happening is PDP and APC, they put up who they feel like, okay, would make sense tribally, basically. So someone like Tinubu now, for instance, he went there. His VP is a Hausa Fulani. He's a northerner, right?
Yes.
He's a Muslim guy. Tinubu is also a Muslim guy.
Yes.
They said that played a factor for why he was able to at least win significantly in the north.
Yeah.
They're playing a lot of tribal politics. And what Obi did, right, especially within Lagos, was kind of change that. For the first time, I saw Lagos people ready to be like, you know what, we don't want this guy. And they were willing to vote for an Igbo man.
Yes.
In the state of Lagos.
Yes.
Now, the significance of that, let me explain that.
Talking about presidential election, yes.
In all elections,
yes.
Once if we're able to flip a place like Lagos, and we're actually able to get quality people in there, people that aren't just looking to just uphold the status quo, and you know, where someone like Sanwo-Olu, for instance, even though yes, some people like him, he's done some good things, but let's be honest. The skeletons are buried under Sanwo-Olu.
Of course.
Tinubu skeletons are buried. All the contracts, all those things in Lagos.
Yeah, he's a puppet according to like
he's safeguarding those things for someone like
why
Tinubu.
He needs to be. Which is why they took out this guy before him and put him in there.
Yeah, Ambode, yeah.
But
if we're able to rise above these tribal politics and just putting the best person. See, the significance of Lagos was that after Obi won that first round of elections, the gubernatorial elections came, they started playing on tribal politics. And they started saying things like GRV is like a Trojan horse for the Igbo people. Yeah. They weren't even letting Igbo people vote in some places in Lagos. They dabarooed a lot of things for them. They were like, if you don't vote for Tinubu, don't come out to vote. So they started playing on this tribal sentiment. And it worked, which was very painful.
It did.
Because people felt like,
Are you surprised it worked?
Maybe. I mean, I thought because they had voted for Obi in the first round, and I felt like maybe they would get over that. But I do feel like the fact that he still won that Lagos for that first round, I think that's significant. And I think if we're able to just rise above it and we're able to prove a point with somewhere like Lagos, I was really hoping that someone like GRV would get in, even though he might not have experience, but at least it would change things. We'll both audit the books of Lagos. We'll both see all the rot. We'll both see where the skeletons are buried. We don't have any chance for that. And GRV is the kind of person that he also sees beyond all this tribal stuff.
Yes.
He sees beyond all this, because and the painful thing about the GRV stuff is that he's actually an indigene of Lagos.
So
he's an original indigene of Lagos.
They don't see it that way. And Lagos is a very funny place because Lagos actually is a melting pot.
Yeah,
Lagos
it is.
Lagos is the DC of
or
the New York in terms of people. And
but then Yoruba people, some Yoruba people, they feel like it's Yoruba land.
Here's the thing, because it's located in the southwest.
Southwest.
So obviously, based on that, southwest is generally Yoruba land. But where?
But the Constitution doesn't say that. Like, Northerner can still come and run.
I understand, but
constitutionally,
let's look at all the things that happen in the southwest. It's always that Yorubas are marginalized. It's always that Hausa people came. It's always that you know, all these things were taken away from us.
Yeah.
And I blame the leaders for allowing it to happen, because it's a tool they've been holding on to.
Yeah.
If you look at there's a guy, I forget his name. There's like the Yoruba movement. I forget his name. There's a guy that was trying to push for this Yoruba movement thing at one point. Dude, that was the time when
I know what you're talking
iPod
about.
was doing its own thing, and stuff like that.
So Sunday
Igboho, exactly. And I never understood why that was once or such a thing.
Yeah.
Because like the hell, like why are we trying to fight? But in back of what I'm saying, Sha, they've somehow been able to keep people in this stupid mindset that if another tribe is dominating where you live, then you know it's the way I can relate it is like here, where as a black Nigerian man, you still get accosted by non-Nigerian black Americans telling you took their jobs, telling you
it was
here.
really unfortunate.
And that's the same thing. Instead of us to be together,
out.
so what they've done is they know that these vile mindset is still in there, and they've brought it out. They played on it. They brought it out, and it's very foolish because I'll tell Yoruba people something, right? And we're the most passive tribe in Nigeria. All we want to do is enjoy. Is in fact, I'll tell you one thing about Yorubas that I don't like, and I'm a Yoruba man. Like my both parents are Yoruba, and I always say this thing about it. We're the most selfish tribe. Also, we only want ourselves to blow. We only want ourselves to enjoy. As a tribe, a Yoruba tribe wants you to be looking at him and be envious of him, and he's the only one eating him and himself. And the Igbo community, honestly, we need to learn from them, because I always use those traders as an example. You go into a supermarket, you go to a mall, a store, a marketplace, and you want to buy iPhone 14, and you go to the first Igbo man shop, and you ask that guy, how far? He will tell you, wait, I'm coming, even though he doesn't have it. He will run to his other store that is owned by an Igbo man. He will come back with an iPhone 14. Yeah. He won't even talk price with that one. No, he will sell it to you.
They move like the Chinese,
bro. That's what I'm saying. He will sell it to you at the cost, and then he will go back to that Igbo man and say, okay, now how much you sell this iPhone be? Take that one, give him his cut. Yeah. Here's the thing you don't understand now. You, as the person who didn't have that iPhone, you already lost that market guy, that customer, because you didn't have it. So you were going to get zero. A Yoruba man would be like, well, if I'm not getting anything, Corey doesn't need to get his own.
And that's what's special about the Igbos. They've poured into that Lagos economy.
They've poured into that economy.
They've contributed.
There's a reason why a lot of things in that economy works well. It's because of them.
They're the ones that started
today,
electronic village.
Now today, exactly, computer village. Today, you now want to take that away from them because someone has told you somewhere that Lagos is your land.
Yeah, I think they kept saying people were saying no man's land, and if you ask them who said no man's land, they will start pointing to like some random Twitter account.
Who cares
and
about
like,
that?
There's no one of substance in the Igbo ethnicity that has come out to say Lagos is in Yoruba people. No one said it.
If Chinedu Gbadebo roads, if he won, right? In fact, if his name was Chinedu Obina something, Nwachukwu, and he won Lagos, and he's the right man to take Lagos forward, bro. Both Yoruba, both Igbo, both Hausa, both Delta, Tiv, any ethnicity we have would benefit from that.
Oh yeah.
And you see, this thing started with, I remember there was an article where Ondo State Governor, I think I said this thing before, wanted to appoint an Igbo woman in office. I think I can't remember. Governor Akeredolu appoints Igbo female as SA on gender to Ondo State. There was a backlash.
There was? Interesting.
There was a backlash when this happened. That she's Igbo. Why can you not give Yoruba? She's really Nigerian, for fuck's sake. For God's sake, sorry to swear. Like, she's Nigerian first. But for some reason, in the Yoruba land, we've taken it. We're very tribalistic,
and this is why we haven't been able to progress.
No, because all we want to do is the small money you make, you gotta enjoy, chop life, and that's it.
It became very clear why we still haven't progressed is this tribal.
This is this tribe thing.
It is holding us back.
It is.
No one is thinking like in Nigeria.
No.
Everyone is thinking for their tribe.
For their tribe. We come here. Indians come to America. They do 7-Eleven chains and all these restaurant chains. All the people working there are where? Indians.
Oh, hell yeah.
Chinese come. All the people working there, Chinese. You
tech.
come as tech.
In the tech?
Indians run most of the. How many government contracts do they have?
They run that shit.
They run that shit.
They run that shit.
And when you look at the companies and you look at everybody in an executive position,
yeah,
is a fellow Indian. We, our own who
really
come, Yoruba man who come, is different. No, if you can't find another Yoruba person, bro, we're Nigerians first before anything else. Because if you are the right man for the job, or right woman for the job, or right person for the job, I don't care if you are Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, or any other of the tribes we have in Nigeria, as long as you can deliver, because you delivering to me, bro. When things happen, when I'm in Lagos and there's no NEPA, there's no light, NEPA is not saying, oh, this is an Igbo man's house, no light.
Now
this Yoruba man. All of us go
together.
suffer. When there's no fuel, now all of us go suffer.
But you know what? These obedience have given me hope. They've given me hope, and I'm really hoping that maybe even if Obi isn't successful this time around, maybe they can carry it into 2027.
We have our guest is back.
Yes, my daughter is back, but we probably need to wrap this up. I think we
might be hard though, because the ruling party is not going to want to let go in 2027.
I know, that's the thing.
And they will set more things in place to make it even harder.
Harder. It's almost like they've seen some of their weaknesses this time around.
Especially someone whose mandate was, look, it's my turn.
He's
going to do. So the only thing I can say is that if the court does uphold this decision, we just have to, Obi, keep doing what you're doing on your end with your party, and then hold people accountable. Because one thing I can say is positive that everyone has seen is that people are now becoming accountable.
Yep.
There's a lot of spotlights coming in, and people know like next election, if you F up,
there were a lot of senators that lost their place that people weren't expecting it.
So it's good. Accountability is good to an extent, even if we're starting off by just paying salaries, paying fees, not letting ASU strike. It's a progress.
And you know what? It puts pressure on Tinubu too, because he knows that Nigerians, they're ready to switch.
I feel it puts pressure on him
and
too.
Hopefully
there's something positive that comes out from it. We're hoping. We're just hoping that the country gets better.
I pray, man.
There's nothing you can do again.
I pray, but it's been real, man. Wale, I think we need to delve more into this election topic, man. Maybe next time, but all in all, man, I'm really, really feeling positive about, the direction Afrobeat is taking, especially within the global music landscape. It's been amazing to watch. It was really awesome to see Burna Boy, Rema, and Tems dominate that NBA All-Star game. I was proud.
I saw a lot of haters commenting, but I was still proud of it.
But we're gonna leave you now. You guys, please don't forget to subscribe, share. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcast, we're on Facebook, and we're gonna leave you with Ologo. This is Zlatan.
Yeah, just like the song.
All right, man.
To the second coming of Jesus Christ, I go to give them Mutajere from Monday to Friday, any weekend. I don't need doctor 16 bars to prove that I am wicked, and I bet y'all can testify that this only guy is gifted. Oh yeah, I want to learn to be more shit than 17 to 19. Best new at Afriman, Laba Gberi wa quarantine. Lockdown, Ferro down, Laba Fariga Faraki, Killer Magen Tibafot, Tabara Tami Bami B. Come back, Lamba Yapa, Ologo, I like to lie. God, they bless me too much pain, I don't deny. And that's why they all chasing when I'm driving by. I can make myself to know if I make the line. Symbol of hope, for the eye be like soap. Of a kima fire, what be cocoa dash, shola coast. Walara mi okun sell to Shadanu. Fight the comic, just go me, new with them. Come back, I'm a trash, it's in the Lamborghini. If you're slow, try Santorini. I shall go Shishuko to Amiri. To Bashale, Wama Pue, Shani, Richard Lily. Ologo, nobody to me, Ologo. Ologo, nobody to me, Ologo. ti rí mi ò rọ́mọ lógo. Converse, stack the money up, owó ló ṣe gbòòrò. Wálé fún mọ́mí ra fún dádì má jẹ́ kówó ṣojoro. Tẹ́pẹ́ mọ́ṣẹ́ ní màgà ó di jọjọ ẹsẹ̀ àgùn. Ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ ó máa lágùn, ó dẹ̀ lè sọ àgùn di gbádùn. You know matter how the background the beat only be. I rap a beat, then it's survive by cigarette. All man for himself, would you larry? Power is shambari, better look by me. I'm a trenches in the Lamborghini. BVS Lero, Giant Santorini. I shall Gucci Shoko to a Lily. To Bashale, Wama Queer, Shani Richard Lily. I'm a logo. Nobody let me know I'm a logo. I'm a logo. Nobody let me know.